I'm back with another What's on My Mind. And today we're talking about concerts. Where are we at in 2025? Where are we going? There is a lot to choose from. I'm talking Beyonce, Cowboy Carter tour. We're talking Bad Bunny residency. We have the Backstreet Boys in Vegas with a residency. We have Coldplay. Yes, I said Coldplay. And if you know me, you know that I love Coldplay. There's Raúl Alejandro, Shakira. Like, where are we at? Who are we investing in? I'm gonna put my, you know what's crazy? I walked away with no tickets for Bad Bunny or Beyonce, and that is a shocker for me. But I went to the Renaissance tour and I went to Bad Bunny's last tour, and I'm just like, do I need to do this again? Absolutely, but should I? So I did the responsible thing. I didn't jump on the pre-sale tickets, but we will see if I actually go last minute because of temptation. But I have my eyes on Coldplay and Backstreet Boys. Yes, say what you want, but I have my eyes on that because Backstreet Boys sounds like a good old 30 plus time. And the nostalgia's gonna hit. And Coldplay, I just can't miss out on that. Truly, truly, truly. So I don't know where you guys are gonna be at. Where are we investing? And where are we sitting? Like, is everyone actually shelling out? Like, who are you shelling out for these concerts? Where are you gonna be sitting? Are we on the floor? Are we up there? 400 section? You know what I mean? Who's worth it? Who's not worth it? There's a lot happening this year. I'm very excited to see everyone's outfits, how we turn up. Truly, I have 0 tickets for anyone at the moment. So I'm very excited to see where I end up. It'd be crazy if I end up at 0. That means I don't love myself. And please call me out if you see me attend none of these shows. But we're going to have a good time. But yeah, I had to mention that because I was like, this is going to be a year in terms of concerts, especially this summer, because most of them are happening over the summer. So it's about to get very lit this summer. And I'm very excited to see all the looks, all the videos, everyone there. I will have FOMO for so many of them, truly. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where I end up. But I told you where I'm putting my money, like where I'll probably end up. But if I had to choose, it'd probably be those two, which is very surprising because people would assume, knowing me, that I would go to a Bad Bunny or Beyonce. And you know what? I might end up there. Last time for the Renaissance tour, ended up getting those tickets like a week or two. Husband surprised me very unexpectedly. Maybe he wants to surprise me again. Just saying. But yeah, let me know. I need to know from everyone. Where are we going? Where are we attending? Where are we investing? And where are we sitting? Please let me know in the comments and stay tuned. We have the one and the only music artist, Chavi Leons, here.
Hey.
Thank you for being here.
I feel amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
No, of course.
I feel great. How are you?
I'm good. Chilling.
That's good.
Battling the cold of New York City.
Listen, we all are. It'd be rough out here,
Summer,
but we out here.
where are you?
Literally, where are you? It's cold.
Yeah. So we start off every podcast episode, and we're continuing this into season 2 with the starting 5 questions to break the ice, get to know you a little bit more. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What's one thing that people would be surprised to know about you?
Ooh, one thing. Let me see. Because sometimes I feel like there'd be nothing too much surprising, but I like to take long walks.
Really?
Really long walks.
Yeah. Even when it's cold?
Even when it's cold.
Okay.
Yes. But summer, hurry up.
Yeah.
I've taken 4-hour walks.
You're lying.
Like, one time I took a 4-hour walk from Queens Center Mall to my house in the Bronx.
No.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I liked it because, you have your headphones on, you have the music on, and you just vibing.
Yeah.
And I got to see a whole lot of things. Like, like New York City is so diverse. Yeah. It's insane.
Have you ever thought about running a marathon then?
I have, and I want to.
Yeah.
And hopefully
soon.
I
think you can, because I'm like...
but walking, you chilling.
I know.
Like, walking, you could take your time, you know what I'm saying? But running, though...
But the fact that you, had the mental, capacity to, continue walking, because at some point I feel like I would order an Uber.
Nah.
But that means you have the mental strength for a marathon, maybe.
I'm not going to hold you. I just kept going. I just kept walking without thinking about it.
Yeah. What were you listening to?
Ooh, Michael Jackson, Romeo, of course.
Yeah.
I tend to listen to my unreleased, so I could just
get the experience.
Get the experience, see what I could change, make sure, I just keep expanding my musicality.
I love that.
But I love to walk.
So what does a day off look like for you?
A day off. Ooh, I like to do a lot of fun things. Like I like to play video games, right? Or I like to take those long walks too sometimes. I like to chill with my friends. I feel like my friends make me super happy.
Yeah.
Because we always love to chat. We always love to chill, eat, talk about things. I feel like it's a time where you can sort of let go of a lot of things that you are just charged with, and I also love to spend time with my family, just being home with my parents, making sure that they are okay as well. Nephews, nieces, siblings, just family time.
Yeah, church that fills your cup. Oh, church.
Church as well. That. So, just love to live.
Yeah, fill your cup up. I feel like all those things were like things that made me feel like that fills my cup. Yeah. I just spent like because I'm between New York and Miami, and I was just here for the weekend and seeing my friends one day and then my family the next. I was just like, oh, that filled my cup.
It's amazing. It's a vibe for real always.
Wait, but let's go back to the video games for a second. I know this is starting 5, but I need to know what are you playing? Because I'm a comfy gamer.
Okay. Yeah. So I play Rocket League.
Okay.
That's number 1 right now in my book.
Okay.
I play COD. You always got to play COD.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is a must. And I'm playing this game now. It's called Phasmophobia.
You were telling me a little bit about this before we started recording. And I'm like, that sounds really scary.
So it's a game.
Yes.
And it has ghosts. And you have a lot of evidences, right? And you have a list.
Yeah.
So you have to cross out all of the evidences or the ones that you find, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you're eliminating and then you're also checking off.
Yeah.
And then you have a list of all these ghosts and then you have to like every time sort of just like keep just crossing out.
And do the ghosts come out at you?
Oh, they hunt you.
Okay.
Oh, they hunt you. And you have to run. And there's like hiding spots. So you have to hide and stuff. But it's scary when it hunts.
I'm gonna stick to my Luigi's Mansion 3.
Luigi Mansion?
Which, if you think about it, is kind of the same concept.
Right.
They hunting you hunting them. But it's like, cute, and I kind of know what to expect.
With Luigi, I think you're on the safe side. For sure.
Okay, so what's a song besides your own that will always get you on the dance floor?
Oh man. I listen to a lot of Afrobeat.
Oh, yeah, same.
I love Rema.
Yes.
And there's a song that he has, it's called Soundgasm. And that song just, I be lit.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear it, that beat just
Afrobeats be getting me. I agree with you. Okay, so what's a food or drink that instantly puts you in a good mood?
Food or drink that instantly puts me in a good mood. I feel like food in general just puts me in a good mood.
Just food.
Just food, right? I think it would have to be, if I had to choose one, mondongo.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Mondongo. Come on.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
With hot sauce.
I don't know.
Come on, you have to.
You lost me. I think we could cut the podcast.
What do you mean?
We could end it right here.
Mondongo, bototone.
No.
Limon.
I thought you were gonna say mofongo.
Nah, mondongo.
You went mondongo route. No, I can't. The texture with me, I can't.
It's fire. I'm telling you.
That was
at least the way my mom
That was very Dominican of you. Well, you know what? I will give you that because I feel like there's certain dishes that people make. Like I love my mother-in-law's potato salad.
Ooh.
But like I don't like potato salad from anyone else. So I feel like when somebody makes it a certain way and you really, really like it, then it could make the whole difference.
My mom's potato salad, amazing. Yeah. And I've tried other potato salads and I'm like not a huge fan, but my mom's though, so I do understand what you're saying.
There you go. Okay. Lastly, what's the most ridiculous or out-of-pocket DM you've ever gotten?
2019.
He has the year. That's how I know it's going to be out of pocket.
I saw the messages. I'm like, you know what? Let me just check message requests, around this time, I'm getting a lot of followers, just, vibing. I see this one message. I'm like, oh, let me check it out. Let me just, Let me click it. I want to give you my ovaries. And I'm like, huh?
Ovaries are expensive.
No,
Those eggs are
I'm like,
expensive.
what? That was out of pocket for me.
That is.
That was out of pocket for me.
Especially in this economy.
Yeah, I was like,
well, that was 2019. Was still a bad economy, but
right. But
yeah.
no, when I saw it, I'm like, okay. Like
Okay.
that was like random, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's one of those DMs where it's like you can never forget that.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like it was so random.
It stays
like,
embedded in your mind.
it
Yeah. Well,
stays
you remembered
embedded.
it down to the year, so
Yes, down to a T.
Thanks for the plug-in. Look at you.
Of course, come on.
All right,
now.
so we're gonna get right into our conversation. I love that you were, when we usually reach out to guests beforehand, ask them like, what is something that you want to talk about, and you were like, this is the time to like show your personality, get to know you more, and we want to definitely do that.
Let's do it.
So, if your friends could describe you, like who are you outside of music? Like if they were like, you felt like someone came up to them with a mic and they were like, describe Chavi to us, what do you think they would say?
Random, funny, energetic, just vibrant.
Yeah.
And I say this because my friends be like, yo, bro, you annoying. Like, you're annoying. And I'm like, but you love me though. Like, it's cool. You love me, bro.
Yeah.
And my boy Steve,
Yeah.
he could tell you, he's like, oh God, like this guy, like, for example, we're always gaming. And I join the chat.
Yeah.
And he always be like, guys, Chavi joined, like, just get ready. He's about to be singing. He's about to like be mad annoying. And I'm like, but you love me though. And then he'd be like, yeah, sometimes. And I'm like, all right, so I could already tell that I could be a little annoying.
Yeah.
But it's me. It's who I am. My friends are amazing as well. So I just know that they'll say I'm annoying, but they love me.
That's all love. I feel like my friends would say I'm annoying too.
It's all love, for real.
Are you someone who like yells when you're playing video games?
You know what? I feel like I was, but I've gotten so patient that I'm like, you know what? This does not deserve my energy.
Yeah.
Like, feel me? I'll be chilling. I'll be like, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Because my husband plays MLB The Show, and there are moments where I see he just goes from 0 to 100 anger.
Right. My boy Steve, he plays that game because he loves baseball.
Yeah.
And I just hear him sometimes on the mic.
Yeah.
Like, he goes crazy.
Yeah.
But he's also learning how to preserve that energy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Steve. We should have him right here in the background
for sure,
with the commentary. Okay, so when you aren't running and you aren't playing video games, where could we find you? Like, where are you hanging out? What are you doing?
Usually, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really be going out like that.
Yeah.
Unless I'm chilling with my friends or my family, like I've mentioned, or my musician friends.
Yeah. Do you like being more at home or like in friends' homes versus like out in like restaurants and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like those vibes when you're just like with your friends and you guys get to order food or pick something up and then you go and then y'all watch a movie or y'all talk or y'all put music, I feel like that's more valuable than just being out, I think.
Yeah.
I do love to be out though, whenever I do have that chance. Like, I'll love to go out to eat to a restaurant, just be outside. But I also feel like just being home or just being at friends' homes and just chilling is more of a calming thing for me.
And it's intimate too.
It's
And you
intimate.
get to hear each other.
Yeah.
Not have like music blaring over you or like a large ass table. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's a vibe.
Yeah. So to be a music artist, it requires so much discipline. And before we get into talking about discipline, what is the one thing that you feel breaks your streak when it comes to, like, what's your one guilty pleasure that breaks your discipline? It could be like food or binge watching. Like me, I feel like reality television, if I'm tapped into a show, be breaking my discipline.
I feel like video games. I
Okay,
love it so
yeah,
much that
yeah.
I feel like, yo, my friends be like, yo, hop on the game. And I'm like,
Damn.
I'm working on this song, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro, but come on, bro. Like we have the
Yeah.
full squad. Like my boy Junes, he's like, yo, but we got the full squad. Steve just got on. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know, I've worked hard on this song. I think
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah,
Yes.
guys, come on, let's go. And it's like,
Yeah.
the video games, I feel like sleep as well.
Yeah.
I love sleep.
Yeah.
So if I could sleep for the
Yes.
full day, I will.
Yes.
But I know I need to just get up and not
Yeah.
waste time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, nah,
So
I
do you
can't
nap?
sleep all day.
Are you a napper?
Yes, I am a napper.
You said that with some hesitancy.
But I feel like sometimes those naps be a little too long.
Yeah.
They turn into sleep.
Well, I finally have somebody on the pod that says they like naps, because I feel like everyone who keeps coming on here says they don't like naps. And I feel like you're one of the first people who have come here and said, I like naps.
No, I
so
love
thank
naps.
you for making me feel a little normal, because I
Absolutely.
love a good, I love a good nap. I love my sleep. Yes, but you're right. But I can't have too long of nap because then it just turns into sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm sleeping all day.
And sometimes that's what happens. So
Yeah.
I'll be like, hold on, I gotta set my alarm real quick.
Yeah. And then you have like 6 alarms and this.
Insane.
I love this though, because I feel like if people look at your Instagram, they're seeing like you so disciplined as an artist and wouldn't think that you're like breaking that to go play video games.
I'm
and I feel
human.
like that makes you so real, because it's
I'm
like,
human.
yeah.
Listen, it happens. It's okay.
Because they'll might come across your post and your post might make someone be like, damn, let me stop playing these video games. Let me go do something with my life.
You can do video games. Just make sure you work and make sure you always on point.
Yeah. And take breaks. So, okay, now let's get back to the discipline. What gets you out of playing those video games and back to doing what you need to do?
Sort of just coming to a realization, like, you know what? I had fun already. You know, we had we had an amazing time with friends. Now it's time to just keep locking in. It's sort of like snapping into reality again.
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay to have your fun time. It's okay to kind of like relax the mind and sort of like, you know, mental health, being okay.
Yeah.
But also we got work to do.
Yeah.
We got to make it happen. Obviously, your life is on that line. Like, yo, we gotta work. This is who you are. In my case, you're Chavi Leons. You gotta work. You gotta make sure that you make this happen for your family, for your parents, for yourself, for everyone you love. This is your story. This is who you are. Make it happen. That's what just snaps me right back in. I'd be like, nah, I'ma holla at y'all. I gotta make music.
Yeah.
That's it. Open up my laptop. It's over.
And what is the biggest thing you think you've learned about discipline as a music artist?
One of the biggest things I've learned,
Yeah.
I guess it would have to be consistency. It could be hard,
Yeah.
right? Because life is life. Life is gonna attack you in a lot of ways, and that's how you get stronger, right? But I feel like when you're consistent and you have great people around you, because that's another key. You need to have amazing energy and vibes around you. I feel like once you have that, like you tend to realize like, yo, I'm in a good space, I'm in a good position. And I got to learn that within the time.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in spaces where maybe the energy wasn't it, or where you're like, I'm not sure about this. And you just constantly learn. Like, I'm growing each day as I go.
Yeah.
And also just staying true to who you are. Like you have to stay true to who you are.
I agree.
Sometimes, you know, people can tell you to be a certain way or you get influenced or whatever the case may be. But I feel like once you're real and you're unstoppable.
Yeah.
So.
I agree with that so much. Have you ever been told to be something? Do you mind sharing like something that, or advice that someone gave you, like, oh, stay in one lane or do this or label yourself as this?
Right. I don't have like a specific like moment. I just remember just hearing it.
Yeah.
A lot of times like, yo, you should just do this. And if you stay in this lane, then you did it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really sure if I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I can see why you would say that maybe, but maybe I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I feel like those moments kind of pinpoint that right there.
Yeah.
Like I was like, nah, I can't allow someone to sort of influence me. If I see that it's something that is good, like okay, I can see why you say that, and you give me this reason and X, Y, and Z, then okay, I can apply it.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily have to agree with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I love to learn though.
Yeah.
I love to learn. I've had advice given to me, and I'll take it from people who know that they have experience, and they'll explain and tell me their story and whatnot. And I'd be like, you know what? I like that. And there's other times where I would hear it and I'm like, not sure if I'm feeling what you're saying, but I respect it.
You've mentioned your parents multiple times in talking with me right now.
Yeah.
Were they supportive of like you wanting to be a music artist since the get?
You know, my parents, they've always supported me.
Yeah.
Like since the first day. I don't think though that they knew that I really truly wanted to be this artist, right? But obviously your parents are going to support you in anything that you do.
Yeah.
I do remember fresh out of high school, graduated, I didn't go to school, I didn't go to college. And my mom was like, yo, you should go to college. You should go to college. Like, I don't know if this music thing is going to work out, like blah, blah, blah. But you know, that's a mom just looking out.
Yeah, of course.
So in my head, I'm like, Mom, listen, I want to do music and I want to do it full time and I want to grind it out.
Yeah.
And I want to show you that, yo, we can make this happen. And she was like, you know what? Sure, it's okay. Whatever you say, I'm going to love you and support you. My dad, on the other hand, he's like my number one fan. Like,
oh, that's amazing. I thought you were about to say like, oh, my dad was not supportive.
He's like,
I love that.
My dad literally every day puts my music, sings it with his chest out, and he'd be like, Chavi Leons. And I'm like, Dad, I get it. He's like, you're going to be big.
Aww.
You're going to be El León, él va a rugir. And I'm like, yes, Dad, I need that. You know? My mom, she's always like, all right, chill. Like, you're overwhelming him. And I'm like, nah, Mom, he's good. So she's also looking out too.
Yeah.
But my pops has always been supportive since the first day. I'm telling you, when my first song came out, he'll have it on repeat. And my mom, the great thing about her is she got to see this vision that she didn't see at first. So when she got to see, like, I dropped like all my songs, and then I had fans and they were supporting me and they were showing me so much love. Then I started having shows and she got to see it herself, like, yo, this could be it. Like, he said it. He didn't want to go to school. He wanted to work hard for what he loves. And she's seeing it. And she told me, she was like, keep going.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, wow, I'm happy you see it. You know, I'm fortunate to have these parents who love and support me. And that's another reason why I really want to keep fighting. Just to make sure that they are okay. And to show people, like, you can make it happen.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like with Latino parents, it's always interesting because we hear the contrast, and it's out of fear. Like, you just want your kids to succeed, and when you think about them doing something creative, or like stepping into something like writing or something like music or even any type of artistry, it's like they're like, wait, whoa, let's not do that. Or even not going to college, I think, scares so many Latino parents. So what do you think about your parents' upbringing, or how they grew up made them so supportive? Because I feel like they're very unique for that.
I think, so my father, he loves music. Yeah. My mom as well. I feel like their love for music really, like, it was like a staple. Yeah. It was like, I love music and you love music. You want to make music happen? Yeah. We're going to support you and we're going to love you. Yeah. Either way. So my pops, you know, when he was younger, he wanted to be an artist. Okay. With his dad, my G Pops, it was kind of hard. Like, you know, obviously he was out there in DR and the times
are different. Yeah.
Times, you know, so
now he's seeing you live out what he wanted.
Right. Yeah. So he goes extra hard.
Yeah.
My pops goes extra hard. So knowing that, I feel like that's where that love and that support comes from. My mom, she just loves music. Like my mom's Sunday mornings cooking up food and she's dancing and she loves to dance. Like she loves to dance. And I just know they love music. Yeah. Although they don't really say it, you know, like I love music. You can just see,
tell by their,
you can tell, you can
actions.
see it. My dad puts music every day, and then my mom is singing along with my dad. So that vision right there is like, wow, they love music.
What advice would you give to parents who are maybe having that like fear or like are hesitant to support their child in like chasing creative dreams?
I would have to say just support them, support your kids. Obviously, they have amazing intentions, and whatever it is that they want to accomplish in life, show them love. Sometimes it could be hard because we could have a vision and we want to make it happen, but once your parents don't see it, it's like, damn, you're my parents. Like, I want to feel your love. Screw everyone else. Yeah. But like, you're my parents. So that love, it hits. It hits. So show them love, support. Trust me, it's gonna work out.
What's the first thing you'll do when you make it big? We're talking like superstar, because we're manifesting that right here. Right. We're calling it out right now. We're putting it out there. What's the first thing that you would do for them if you made it big, or for yourself too?
A huge house for them. Yeah. That's my first thing. Like I don't even think about myself. Yeah. Like I'll be fine. I'll be okay. But for them, I feel like they worked so hard. Like I'm talking about so hard. Like I'll see my pops come home every day, like tired. Yeah. My mom is cooking every day, tired. Yeah. She goes and she gets all the food and she carries all these bags and she's a warrior. And my pops is out there making his bag and he comes home and he's like tired. And I'm like, I don't want this for you guys. Like it's repetitive. Yeah. I want something new. I want y'all to travel. I want y'all to see new things. Like I want y'all to, there's a whole huge world out there. And I want them to have a house where they can just be calm, settled, not have to worry about one thing. Yeah. Like you guys got it. Y'all work so hard. We here now. We here now to make sure you guys are okay.
Love that.
So chill out. Yeah. I'm working hard for you guys. So I feel like the first thing would be a house, and then I would love to take them to travel, you know, around the whole world, hopefully, God willingly. Yeah. I just want them to be happy, for sure.
I love the parents lore of this year. I don't know if you saw, but Josh Allen at the NFL Honors, he won MVP, and he dedicated a part of his speech. It was so emotional for me watching, because he was like talking about like his parents driving him to practice as a kid and like all the time and all the money that they spent in like football camp and all these things. And it's like seeing all these, I feel like that's a whole new TikTok trend as well, like shouting out what our parents did and like the sacrifices they made. So I'm like, I'm here for all and any parents lore.
Listen, we here, we love y'all. Yeah. If it's not for y'all, we would not be here.
We would not be here.
We gonna make sure you guys are okay. So
and we also know that there are people who aren't blessed to have like parents that maybe aren't as supportive, or maybe not grow up with that support, or any, you know, have any guardian with them. But I think it's amazing to hear positive stories as well. Absolutely. And shout out the positives, because sometimes there's so many negative out there in terms of parents. And I feel like it's amazing to see the positive of it too. So
absolutely. I agree.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you unpopular opinions. Okay. I'm gonna throw out a few hot takes and you're gonna tell me if you agree or disagree. Okay. And I had not shared this beforehand. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. And they're all music related. Okay. Bachata should never have trap beats. Agree or disagree?
Could I explain something?
Yes. No, you couldn't. It doesn't have to be one word. You can go off a little.
I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I feel like bachata should have its essential sound. La esencia, like it should, you know, but I'm not mad at the fact that if you want to elevate a sound, you can make it happen. I feel like there has to be a formula somehow, some way
Yeah.
to make it work, right? Like, it just needs to make sense.
Yeah.
So I'm in between with that one.
Because you know some people be upset about you messing with traditional sounds.
Right.
So like I feel like a newer generation's coming in, even if you think about like regional Mexican music and people are trying new sounds and trying new things.
Right.
I feel like even when it comes to salsa and bachata, people are like, don't mess with those traditional sounds.
Music evolves. I feel like for you to find unique styles, so like music could keep, expanding itself, I feel like you need to.
I agree.
You don't have to, but I feel like for things to kind of like move so that we can have new styles, it's okay to experiment.
Yeah, so. I agree. Okay, morning studio sessions hit harder than late night ones. Agree or disagree?
Low key, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. The reason why, I feel like once you're up, it's like you're working. Like
Tiene la pila.
The brain is working. It's like you eat something, you have water. You could feel tired, but I feel like you have a lot of more time, if anything. And then you have time to sort of reset, and then you go back. Morning times, I feel like it's a little more.
Artists should never look at their own social media comments.
Ooh. I'm guilty. I love to look at the comments. I'm not gonna hold you.
Do you feel like it's good that you look at them, or do you feel like I shouldn't look at these?
I feel like it's good. I feel like you have to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like what people are saying, not necessarily dwell on it, but sort of just see what's going on.
Okay.
So I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think it only becomes that when
you get consumed.
Yeah. And then it's like ruining what you have going on. Yeah. Like it's affecting you.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. I feel like comments are like a listening board to your community.
I agree.
And like sometimes you might even find your inspiration there, like where do you want to go next or what do you want to do? Someone might even have a fire suggestion. Sometimes on the Remezcla accounts, people be like, you should do a post on this. And I'm like, wow, thank you.
Exactly.
All right. A great outfit can change the whole energy of a performance.
Absolutely. I've had outfits for shows that just made me feel amazing.
Yeah.
Like for my SOBs last year, 2024, I just felt I looked nice.
Yeah.
So once you feel you look nice and you have that vibe, like you go out there with this confidence that everyone's like, oh yeah, they're like, I'm like, yeah, it's here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Chavi Leons is in the house for real. And you gonna see him. I feel like if I didn't have a nice outfit on, like I would not feel like myself.
Do you prioritize style or comfort though?
That's a great one too.
You can't say both.
I can't say both, right? You got me there because I was ready. It depends.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
It depends on the occasion.
All right.
Like if I'm chilling, I don't gotta look stylish. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
But if it's something like a show or something
that's
like
what I'm saying. Like for a show, do you prioritize?
For a show?
For a show, yeah.
Oh, not style.
Okay.
Style.
He said, I'm gonna be uncomfortable.
I'm gonna be uncomfortable, but you won't see me though.
Yeah, I'm gonna still look good.
You won't see me though.
Okay. Bachata needs more collaborations outside of the genre.
So you would mean like if a bachata artist collabs with
like an R&B artist or Afrobeat.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I feel like that would be amazing. I feel like it will open up doors to new audiences that we thought we'll probably never have access to, you know? Like imagine Chavi Leons, Rema track, Afrobeat, bachata, like
we need to manifest.
You
that needs to happen. Saying? That needs to. You heard it here first.
Rema and Chavi Leons, one day it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
God willingly.
A Rema and a bachata track. That sounds so fire.
It would be insane.
Yeah.
Recently, I saw this video of this guy, and he did like dembow mixed with a Jamaican accent. Like, so it was like reggae, dembow, and you know.
Yeah,
they make sense together. Like, it's all like in the history, but like it sounded so great. I'm like, yo, I could imagine like Vibes Cartel and El Alfa together. And that would be insane.
Yeah.
Dance hall,
Yeah.
dembow, like
put it together. Ooh.
Is a vibe.
Yeah.
Is a vibe. So I feel like, yes, it needs that.
Yeah.
It needs that. It needs that.
And you have a new track. Is it out yet? Or is
it's
it
out?
It's out.
It's
okay.
out. Music video and everything.
Hey. Okay.
Yes.
Tell us more about it. What is it all about? What inspired it?
Okay. It's called Elevador by Chavi Leons, aka me.
And for those that don't know, elevador is elevator.
Elevator in English.
In English.
It's a song, a creative song actually. I remember making this in the studio and I just felt so creative this day. And you know, when you write songs and you make songs, you just enter this creative state and you just love to tell stories. Whether if it's a fake one or a real one or whatever, you just love to make that art.
Yeah.
So this day I was in the studio and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make a song about me being inside of an elevator and seeing this beautiful, beautiful shorty.
Yeah.
And I want her.
Okay.
And
there's a lot of romantic movies that start like that. Just saying.
It's on YouTube. Go check it out. I love the song. And I'm sure you will too.
And if you could describe the song in 3 words, what would you say?
Sensual, romantic, the rhythm.
Rhythm. Yeah.
It makes you wanna like move.
Rhythmic, yeah.
Rhythmic.
Yeah.
Rhythmic. Yes.
I'm here to help. Before we end the conversation, I want to hit on the fact that I did ask you questions about bachata.
Yes.
But what I love about you is that you're thinking beyond that too. And I think that's core to who you are. It's core to how you started.
Yeah.
So fast forward 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? We talked a little before the podcast and like you venturing a little bit out of bachata a little too. You're still going to stay there, but you want to venture out. Where do you see yourself musically, but also like career-wise?
Career-wise, first I would love to say that I see myself doing amazing things. I see myself being a true inspiration to the youth. And I always say this because it's the truth. I always want to inspire young people. And I say young people because I'm young.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people's stories and they always tell me like, hey, I don't see myself doing this. Like, I'm from New York and I'm from the Bronx and like, you know, it's hard to get out of here. And I'm like, nah, bro, like you can make it out.
Yeah.
You can make this happen. Whether it's music or whatever it is that you want to do in this life, you have what it takes. So in 5 years from now, I see myself being that inspiration where it's like, yo, Chavi's doing it. If Chavi could do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
He comes from the BX just like me.
Yeah.
He could do it. So just being an inspiration. I always say I see myself winning awards, selling out shows, buying my parents' house.
Yeah.
Just doing a lot of amazing things for me, myself, my family, my friends as well, who have always shown love and support. My fans, whether it's giving them shows and just, you know, so that they can have an amazing time, inspiring young people. I just see myself really elevating in the next 5 years. In terms of music, I see myself, my sound, I see myself venturing off and doing all types of music. I love music in general. Bachata's my thing, and I'm gonna stay there. Like, y'all would know. But I love to do music. I love to just venture out and try new things. I feel like that could also be something very inspiring as well. It's like, whatever type of music you want to make, you can make it happen. You don't got to stay in this bubble, you know? Chavi Leons is going to be very influential, God willingly.
Yes, I love that. And I feel like so many artists are now proving the fact that like you don't have to be boxed in and you can venture out and you can jump into different genres. And I think it's all about just like being true to like who you are in that moment. I feel like our lives change every single day. And so like, of course, musically, even sound, like we're listening to things every single day. There's sound all the time and something might influence you and you're like, hey, I want to test this out or try this out. So I love seeing artists like really feel like they don't have to stay in a box. But I feel like that with any career because I'm like writing for me, I just love storytelling. So I'm like, but I can storytell on a podcast. I can storytell writing. I can storytell with social media. So it's like, it doesn't just have to be like me sitting there actually writing to tell a story.
You cannot be afraid. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people could like struggle on. Like just being afraid to try new things. And just, if you love music, for instance, in this case, I love music. I'm going to try it. Yeah. Whatever it is. Obviously, I have my thing, but again, I love music in general as a whole. I'm just going to try it out. So don't ever be scared or afraid to try it out. Just do it because you never know.
And what's coming in the near future now? Like what's happening in 2025? What can you give us a sneak preview to? You don't got to tell us too much.
Can't be too, you know? But new music for sure.
Yeah.
I just released Elevador. I feel like there's a lot of new stuff that's cooking up that I can't really talk about. Bachata.
Yeah.
But if you see something that is not bachata, just know, Chavi's working.
Hey. Well, thank you for being here, Chavi.
Absolutely.
Love talking about everything. And I also love that I have to go back to, I mentioned that. I love that, like, one thing that was a big takeaway for me in this is like mental health and like, even like tapping out or like tuning out looks so different. I think people hear like journal and like work out. And I feel like you saying video games. And like, but then you also balance it out with some good walks.
Absolutely.
But I feel like people need to hear that because then they're like, they feel like they're being wasteful with their time. So thank you for sharing things like that. And talking about your parents. Shout outs to them and Steve.
Oh, my boy Steve. Yo, Steve. Yeah, shout out.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for tuning in.